And good evening, everyone, and welcome into Game 2 of our Division I North Shoreline Adult Hockey League Finals. The White Foxes are up 1-0 in the best of three. And away comes Nick Braun, pillar to the net. Braun shoots, and Merletti with a big glove save. 20 seconds in. To continue on earlier, White Foxes are up 1-0, but are very short-handed in this game. No Minton, no Watt. And the Grizzlies are going to control the puck off the faceoff, but it's turned over quickly. Bush with the firing of a shot. It's going to be broken up. Now puck on the far side. Comes over to Kindry. Kindry down the far side. And with a shot there, it's going to be deflected wide. Loose puck behind the net. Luda slides across to block that near side post. And now away comes Shea Bush. In with Gibson. Across Koji Gibson on the right wing. Long shot there, and the puck's going to be deflected into the netting and out of play. 47 seconds in. Face off inside the Grizzlies zone, and it's going to be one right back for Nick Braun. Braun, watched by Latta. Gets the puck to Babcock. Babcock's indirects it over to Samura. Samura down to the corner. Trying to go back for Fletcher. It's going to be poked by Gibson. And Gibson on the left wing. By him all alone. Gibson moves around the net. Has it on the right side. Gives it across to Braun. Braun back to Babcock. Babcock spins in his own zone. Backhands over to Shea Bush. Bush tries to go back to Babcock. The pass is blocked. Samura picks it up in the corner. Moves it around for McQuay behind the net. McQuay all the way up the near wall. Trying to go to Latta. Babcock intercepts. Cuts into the slot. Babcock to Bush. Shooting Merletti. Slides across to squeeze for the whistle. Fox is getting a few early shots here in the first minute, 40 seconds. Pouliot starts out from his own zone with the puck crossing through center. Moves it across, now to Liam Hoff. Hoff cuts into the slot with a shot. That's just going to go wide of the far post. Back to Hoff. Picks it up along the half wall. Gets taken out there by Will Thompson. Thompson sends it across to Kovacevic. Kovacevic with a shot. Blocked into the corner. Bouncing puck. Grizzlies try to corral it into the corner. It's Bluler. Bluler sends it over for Williams. Williams starts behind. Now away comes Williams. Williams down the right side. Moves the puck into the corner. Gets around Babcock. Williams still controls. Sends the puck. Long shot. And Luda reaches for the puck from the Bluler point shot and squeezes it. And holds on. Face-off control. Now it's back over to Kovacevic. Kovacevic has the puck on the near wall. Backhands it all the way across for Babcock to chase after. Babcock and Kindry going into the corner for the loose puck. Picked up there by Berger. Berger moves it to Kindry. Back to Berger. Berger. Across to Williams. Williams splits Hoff and sends it all the way down. Merletti has to leave it behind. It's left there for Berger. Berger picks up the puck, and away he comes down the far side. Berger drops to Williams. Williams going to peel back to his own side. Moves it ahead over to Latta. Sorry, it's Kindry. Kindry into the slot. Moves it behind. Berger into the corner. It's taken and slips and falls. Puck trying to get moved ahead. On a nice pass. Now Will Thompson down the near side. Thompson shoots. Saved there by Merletti. Loose puck. Merletti finds it. Quickly plays it over to the near side. And away go the Grizzlies. 4 minutes in to the first period. Carter Berger comes in with a nice pass. Shoots. Scores. Beats Luda to the blocker side. It's 1-1. 12:56 remain. Grizzlies win the face-off, win it too cleanly. Past Latta. He has to go back to collect. He moves it over to Samura. Now Bailey Samura with speed, with a great stretch pass. Over to Latta. Latta in. Scores! That's a big boost of confidence for the Grizzlies, getting Latta back into the lineup as he was not in on Friday night. Latta quickly moves the puck all the way down. Into the corner. Grizzlies back for Samura. Samura drops it off. Latta into Samura. Samura just tips that one high. You know to play. Faceoff comes to center as Samura tipped it out of play. And it's won by Bregart. Back to Latta. Latta moves it over to Samura. Samura across. Shot right in. And it's Luda steering it wide. Now it's around behind the net. Grizzlies have control of it. Right, and it's poke checked away there by Luda. White Foxes pick up the puck again. And it's moved ahead. Trying to go to Nick Braun. Pass too far. All the way down now for Latta. Latta moves it to Samura. Samura across. Walking in to the backhand of the forehand. Can't connect. Now Gibson into the corner. Moves it around for Braun. Back to Gibson. Gibson cuts into the slot with a shot. And it beats Merletti. And Koji Gibson's tied the game at 2. Grizzlies having it over to Fletcher. Fletcher scores! We are having some camera difficulties. We're gonna see if we can get the camera fixed, but for now you'll just hear my voice with a black screen. My correction, it is 3-1 for the Grizzlies. I thought it was 2-2. My apologies there. Now it's Will Thompson. Thompson moves it over to Babcock. Babcock comes down the near side, throws one right towards the goal. It's going to be directed over from Merletti into the corner. Babcock picks it up and is able to send it all the way down for Nick Braun. Braun is behind his own net to start out here. As Braun moves it on the right side. Braun in, trying to go across. It's going to be taken away. Now McQuay has it. McQuay moves the puck across. And now it's Will Thompson. Thompson on the right wing. Cuts in, shoots. And it's saved by Merletti. Quickly, Grizzlies in, scores! A quick strike by the Grizzlies, as it was Carter Berger with 9:55 to put his team in a commanding lead. Back for Babcock as he's going to restart behind his own net. His team trails by 3. Babcock moves it up over to Gibson. Gibson finds Williams. Back to Gibson. Gets around Hoff. Gibson cuts in, loses the puck into his skates. Now it's moved ahead. Grizzlies with a long stretch pass. Trying to go to Williams. Williams is going to get the puck knocked off his stick by Luda. Back for Berger. Berger across. Kindry trying to find Hoff and can't. Puck's poked down the wall. Now to Bush. Bush trying to move it around and can't. So Williams has it in his own side. Moves it to Berger. 9 minutes to play in the first period. It's 4-1 here for the Grizzlies. Now it's Gibson picking up the loose puck in his own zone. He's going to go around the net, up the near side. Gibson is able to pull away with his speed. Cuts across to the right wing. Gibson still controls. Throws one towards the goal, and it's just tipped wide. Now Babcock gets it over to Bush in the corner. Bush throws it into the slot. Hoff takes it away. Now it's moved up the near side. In comes Williams. In on Luda. Williams around the net. Tries to wrap around. Luda able to dive across. Might have got the paddle on it. Now it's back for Kindry as he walks into one. Across to Hoff. Hoff throws one towards the goal. It's going to be tipped wide. Here comes the Gibson on the far side. Gibson moves the puck up, trying to go to Bush. Bush has to skate onto it. Bush tries to go to Gibson. Gibson's going to lose the puck in the board battle. Now up over to Kindry on the near side. Away comes Kindry. Kindry in, shoots, and it's going to be blocked into the corner. Puck over to Hoff. Now to Williams. Williams for the Grizzlies in the far side. Cuts across. Back to Hoff. Luda with a big save. And the puck's poked all the way down right in on goal. Merletti leaves it into the corner. 7:35 to play in the first period. Shots are 12-6 for the Grizzlies in a 4-1 game. Bailey Samura down the far side. Comes in. Throws one all the way back. Moved over to Latta. Latta shoots. Knocked away by Latta. No, correction. By Luda. Now it's back for Wilson. Wilson finds Latta. Latta across. Continues to control the puck as he moves in along the far side. We are still having camera difficulties that we are working on fixing. Bergart sends it back for Wilson, who flips it over to Bergart. 6:45 to go. Bergart across, finds Samura. Back to Latta. Samura at center. Moves it over to Latta on the right wing. Latta across. Wilson shooting. And it's not steered wide by Luda. Now Bush gives it over to Gibson. Gibson back for Braun. Two touches it over to Bush, who leaves it for Braun. Now it's sent across over to Kovacevic. Kovacevic finds Shea Bush. Bush cuts into the near side. Gets a little bit of a hack. Bush drives in it to the backhand. Oh, what a goal by Shea Bush to the backhand. And with 6:04 to go, we'll go into our goalie timeout with a 2-goal advantage for the Grizzlies. Liam Sears broke the camera. So all the comments on YouTube, just make fun of Liam Sears because he broke the camera. At least you still have me on commentary. I'm still doing my job. So the Grizzlies are going to restart here from our goalie break behind the net. It's over to Zach Bluler. Bluler trying to move the puck across. Thompson on the right wing. Thompson sends it across. Can't be controlled. Quickly, the Grizzlies right back in. Move down to Bluler. Bluler loses control of Braun behind the net. Braun moves the puck over to Balkin. Balkin's going to roll up. Sends it over to Thompson. Thompson with space. Shoots. Merletti with a big save as he deflects it into the netting and out of play. 5:16 to go. Over to Fletcher. Fletcher gets around Gibson to the backhand. Just puts it wide. Balkin in his own zone. Moves it to Thompson. Back for Braun. Braun trying to pull the puck around. He does. Braun into the near side. Trying. Braun across. It's taken away by Pouliot. Pouliot up over to Fletcher. Fletcher with Pouliot on the right wing. Sends it across. Pouliot can't finish the one-timer. Quickly, back the other way come the White Foxes with 4:30 to go. Thompson down the slot. Trying to move it across to Balkin. It's going to be broken up. A penalty. Puck over to the far side. Over to Hoff. As it's moved over to Berger. Berger drops it off. Kindry now. Kindry back to Hoff. Finds Williams. It's tipped over to Hoff. On the far side. Flips it to Williams. Williams along the near wall. Tries to play the puck down to himself. As it's flipped around for Hoff, and Hoff is going to just fire it all the way back to his own zone. Berger has to go back to collect. Berger finds Kindry. Kindry, it looks like we have our camera back up and running. Would have been nice to know, team. See, that's why Liam broke it, because he didn't even tell me that he fixed it. So that's why I'm blaming Liam for breaking it. Now Babcock comes across into the far side. Shakes off a check. Babcock in with a sharp angle shot there, and it's knocked away by Merletti. Berger moves it into his own zone. Gibson with a great job to take it away from Kindry. Now, Shea Bush off the post. Gibson back for Braun. In comes Nick Braun. Braun around. Gibson has it. Moves it across the Bush. Bush one-timer just misses. Now it's passed all the way down for Williams. Williams on a breakaway. And Gibson's able to track him down and disrupt the shot. Williams still has it. And then takes a slip on it. And Gibson picks up the puck. Trying to go to Babcock. Berger intercepts. Comes in across the Hoff. And Hoff's able to beat the diving Luda. And it's 5-2 with 1:59 to go. Now it's back for Samura. Samura moves it over to Wilson. Wilson across to Williams. Back over to Samura. Samura moves it to Latta. Here comes Latta as he drops it off. Finding Wilson. Wilson to Bogart. Bogart across to Wilson, dropping a shot. And he scores. Beats Luda on the near side. Shots are 17-11 here as we approach the ending of the first. Now Babcock. And it's turned over. Now Wilson. Across. Bogart. His pass is blocked. Now it's up over to Balkin. No, sorry, that's Bush. And we're in the last minute of play here of the first. Williams. Wilson. Sends it across to the backhand. It's picked up off the wall. Finding Samura in the slot. Luda challenges. Makes the save. Puck bouncing around. Grizzly player down in the corner. But away comes Babcock. Kovacevic can't control the bouncing puck. 30 seconds to play. Kovacevic centers it. It's going to be taken away. Grizzlies throw it all the way down. 25 seconds to go here in the first period. Played to Bluler. Bluler across to Pouliot. Bounces off his skates. Long shot, stick to side by Luda. Now Thompson has 6 seconds to work with as he moves it across. Balkin drags it around, and he can't tuck it home. He had the move, just couldn't tap it in. And after the first, it is 6 for the Grizzlies, 2 for the Foxes, and we'll be back after the intermission. And we are back for our second period. Can the White Foxes come back in this game, or will we have a game 3? It's over to Braun. And Braun controls as he crosses center, moves it across. Braun into the backhand. Loose puck. And Merletti finds it for the whistle. And the Grizzlies control the puck behind their own net as it's moved over to Pouliot. Now to Fletcher, back to Pouliot. Pouliot trying to go to McQuaid. It's going to be taken there by Kovacevic, and McQuaid steals it from Kovacevic. And he finds Fletcher, who finds Pouliot on the near wing. Fletcher finds Bluler. Back to Pouliot. Pouliot gets around. Back to Pouliot. Bluler comes in on the right wing. And it's fed all the way back. Now to Berger. As he's watched by Braun. Way comes Berger. As it's moved across. Kindry can't pull the trigger as he sends it all the way back for Hoff. 2 minutes into the second. And Hoff starts behind his own net, drops it over to Williams. Trying to go back to Hoff. He picks it up on the left side. Now across, trying to go to Berger. Hoff into the corner. Now Balkin. Balkin across to Thompson. Can't put it away, and then the rebound. It's put high. Bush had a wide open net. Now Berger in, shoots wide. But puck is able to ricochet around, and it's to Williams, who sends it back to Kindry. Over to Berger. Finds Kindry with speed on the right side. Kindry around. Back for Berger. Kindry now. Across to Williams. Bouncing puck comes to Balkin as it's moved around. You can really tell the White Foxes are missing Kim, Watt, and Minton tonight. Now Babcock picks it up as he tries to move it around. Babcock controls. Trying to go to the backhand, finds Bush. Bush robbed by Merletti. Babcock has the puck off the faceoff, gives it over to Braun. Braun leaves it for Bush to skate on to. Bush now down the left wing. Bush in, shoots, and the puck ricochets just into the corner and wide of the goal. And the Grizzlies are first onto it, and they quickly move it ahead as they come in with speed on the right side. Latta around with a high shot. Babcock settles the puck down behind the net. Finds Bush. Now to Nick Braun. Back to Babcock. Babcock moves in on the near side, shooting. Merletti able to be square to the shot and steer it wide. Now the puck's behind the net. Big battle along the wall. The Foxes come away with it, and it's played back for Braun. Braun moves it around and controlling. Plays it to the backhand. Gibson comes in on the right side. Throws one right towards the goal. Easy stick save from Merletti. But it's picked up by Braun. Braun finds Bush, and Bush scores. And it's 6-3 with 11:42 to go. Off the face-off, it's pushed into the corner. It's pushed over to the half wall. Pouliot overskates the puck. Gibson sends it around. Luda has to leave it behind the net as Fletcher's right in on him. Balkin battling Fletcher into the corner. Gibson comes in to help out. Fletcher has no stick. But Pouliot moves around Balkin. But it's taken by Bush. Bush back to Babcock. Babcock trying to cut across. Can't get cut free, but he controls at center. Can't get around McQuay. Babcock loses the puck. Fletcher and McQuay on a 2-on-1. McQuay goes around the net. Can't settle it to shoot as Ludo dove across. Pouliot picks up the McQuay pass. Back for McQuay. Over to Williams. Bluler in with speed, drops to Pouliot. Pouliot back to Bluler. Bluler across, finds Williams, takes it off the wall with a shot right into Luda. Luda plays it over to the near side. Now Gibson with Bush. Gibson goes into the corner. Able to win the board battle into the corner now. Gibson still battling against Pouliot. Gets it over to Bush. Bush back to Gibson along the half wall with space. Finds Bush. Shoots. Saved there by Merletti. Loose puck. And Merletti dives on it for the whistle with 9:51 to go here in this game with a 3-goal lead for the Grizzlies. Then he has it checked in as Merletti because it's been. It's fixed now. It was Merletti earlier because I have it here. In comes Thompson with a shot. And it's staved there by Cooper. Apologies. I had it as Merletti earlier from the score sheet I had. Back now on the right side, trying to go across. Williams is able to tug it around. Now into Babcock. Finds Braun. Thompson lets it go. Cooper with the save. Grizzlies trying to go up the wall. Now Kovacevic steals it. Trying to play it around. Babcock. Finds Braun. Braun trying to pull it around. A great job. Taking that away is Berger. Moves it up. Finds Kindry. Kindry. Berger across. Hoff scores! And that'll take us into our goalie break, and we'll be back. Away comes Gibson. Now it's tied behind the net. Latta overskates. Now it's a paddle in the corner. Babcock behind the net. Trying to control. Sent across to Gibson. Gibson now battling in the corner. Gives it over to Balkin. Balkin comes in with a backhand shot off the post into the corner. And we will be losing video again shortly, as we are just on a battery right now, as our charging cable is not working, and with 7 minutes to go, hopefully we can hang on, but from what Liam has told me, he does not have a lot of video time left. And it's a battle along, and it's moved across. Williams finds Latta. Latta can't tap it home, but he picks it up in the corner. And Latta back to Samura. Finds Williams. Williams on the near side. Back to for Samura. And it's stolen by Bush. Bush finds Braun. Braun to the backhand. Cooper with a big save. Loose puck. And Bush just got ejected from the game. Wasn't happy with Bush taking the puck out of the net and throwing it at him. Now over to Braun. Braun drives the net. Drops it for Thompson. Let's go of a shot off the post and up and out of play. 5:56 to go. And Grizzlies just have it behind their own net as they lead by 5 with under 6 minutes to go. Bluler in with speed on the left wing. Throws the puck around. Now McQuay over to Pouliot. Finds Bluler. Bluler comes in with a long shot. It's going to go high and up over the net, stays in play. Braun tries to go around with it. It's going to be taken away, and it's back from McQuay. Finds Pouliot. Pouliot almost loses it to Gibson. Now Williams, now Kovacevic picks it up. Drop to Thompson. Thompson in, drives, and bats it out of the air and scores! Cooper wanting a high sticking call. Not going to get it. Off the draw, it's over to Braun in the corner. He flips it across to Gibson. Gibson comes in, finds Babcock. Babcock with a long shot blocked in front. Now over to Hoff. Babcock battling with Hoff, and there's going to be a penalty called. And it's going to be Hoff for tripping. And the camera has died again. Liam Sears broke it again. To say that though.
No, I'm saying if he says it was in, he was not. So I think he gets thrown. It was disrespectful throwing.
Over to Williams. Now to Braun. Braun. Braun around the net. Now Kovacevic has it with 4:20 to go. Kovacevic across. Gibson. Shot is blocked. Comes over to Babcock. Babcock's able to chop the puck over to Braun. Braun finds Gibson. Minute 10 to go in the power play. Gibson swaps. Puck is turned over. Now the Grizzlies are coming away with the puck as they are shorthanded. Kindry, 50 seconds to go in the power play. He plays it over to Berger. Berger, pass, back is fanned under and it's almost turned over, but the Grizzlies are able to get it back. And it's Berger into the corner as he plays it all the way back again. And Kindry is able to make a nice move around. Plays it across. Sharp angle shot there. Luda knocks the puck into the corner. Still 20 seconds to go in the power play. Fox's halftime. Gibson picks up the puck. 3 minutes to play. Gibson around, drives the net. Puck taken away there by Samura. Samura finds Lada. Babcock behind the net. Leaves the puck, and that'll do it. Hoff out of the box. White Foxes can't capitalize on a massive opportunity on the power play. Now it's up over to Babcock. Finds Gibson. Gibson drives. And Hoff picks up the puck, not showing it. Couldn't tell on that one if Gibson lost his footing. Puck fired by Hoff over the net. Now it's picked up by Balkin. Balkin with Thompson and Kovacevic. Now to Kovacevic. Shoots! Off the outside of the glove of Cooper. Loose puck. Into the corner. And away comes Lada. Lada can't control as it's poked there by Balkin with 2 minutes to go in a 4-goal game. It looks like we are preparing for Game 3 on Tuesday night. Thompson trying to steal the puck behind the net. And it's fired all the way down. Trying to get around Luda. Loose puck. Right in front. A great move there by Wilson. Now over to Bogart. Now Braun. Away comes Braun as he throws one toward the goal. Pulled out and Thompson get tangled up into the corner. And Williams moves it across. Now to McQuay. McQuay on the right wing, long shot. Luda fights it off. Balkin, Braun, shoots, and he scores. Liam, you want to take down the tripod? 53.8 seconds ago in a 3-goal game. Luda now comes halfway out of his goal. Can the White Foxes somehow score 3 goals in the next 50 seconds? And they're going to turn the puck over, and they give up the goal right away, and that answer will be no. Game 3 goes Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for the championship on Tuesday night. Grizzlies and Foxes. Tie up off the face-off, it's into the skates. Now Gibson finds Balkin. Balkin lets it go. Turning, firing, and Cooper is going to just play it over to Bluler. Gibson bats it down with a high stick, and that'll blow play dead with 32.4 seconds to go. So what's our plan for Tuesday?
Fully charged battery.
White Foxes win the draw. It's back to Babcock. And Babcock's just going to fire the puck all the way down. He hasn't stopped trying yet. Away comes Babcock to the net. Scores! Back to a 3-goal game with 13.4 seconds to go. Grizzlies fight off elimination and win Game 2. Game 3 for the championship goes Tuesday night at 8 p.m. My name is Dylan Grant with your play-by-play. Thanks for tuning in on your Sunday evening. See you all Tuesday night.